Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled commission meeting that November 12th, 2025. The time is now 6:02. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Bass,
Here.
Commissioner Irvin,
Here.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Present.
Commissioner Santiago,
Here.
Mayor Taylor.
Here. As we stand for our invocation, and then we go into the Pledge of Allegiance led by Sergeant Harbaugh. Our invocation, and I just want to say, Dr. Bass, can you do the invocation?
Sure.
That we want to keep the family of State Representative Roy Hardiman in our prayers as we lost him on today. So we want to make sure that we're keeping his family in our prayers. Go ahead, Dr. Bass.
Father, we just want to say thank you for another day. We thank you, Lord God, for giving us the ability to serve. Father, we ask you, God, that you will continue to lead us, guide us, protect us as a family, Lord God, our country. Lord, we ask you that your blood will cover us when we go and when we come. We ask you, God, that you'll continue to give us clean hands and a pure heart, that we will rule according to your will. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Rep. Hardiman was a state rep that served this community a couple years ago in Tallahassee. So again, we want to make sure that we're keeping his family in prayer. So we're going to our awards, proclamations, and acknowledgements. The first one, and I'll read them all, and then we'll just all go down. So we have a presentation by myself, a proclamation for the 2025 Pre-Maturity Awareness Month. Then we have an award presentation by Vice Mayor Joseph L. Kelly, Florida License on Wheels, with Ms. Tarani Mitchell. Then we have a awards presentation by Commissioner Dr. Sherilyn Bass, Cameron School Uniforms, and we'll close it out with a special acknowledgement from Commissioner Natasha Irvin, the Opa-locka Hurricanes Homecoming Port. And I'm actually looking around. Is it really? Okay, so we're gonna rearrange the agenda. We'll come back to this if y'all don't mind. So we're gonna go to the approval of the consent agenda and the pull list. Do we have any deferrals, deletions at this time?
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor Kelly?
I did give some to the clerk for deferrals and or deletions. You can read them. And also I want to defer again 13-1. She can read the other ones that submitted those.
Okay, so before we go to the clerk, anyone else? The pulls,
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I like to pull number 13.
all right, anyone else? All right, hearing none. So I have for the record, no, I'm sorry, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. So Vice Mayor Kelly is withdrawing item 13-9 and also ordinance item 16A1 from the agenda.
And Mr. Mayor,
Sir,
I don't know if she said it, number 9 as well, I'm withdrawing. I couldn't hear it.
Yes, I said 13-9 and 16A1.
I couldn't hear it. Okay, thank you.
all right, so for the record, I have on the consent agenda, we're deferring item 1 to a date certain,
Uh,
or we want to withdraw it and you bring it back when you.
No, I want to make a date certain. It's not gonna come up till the meeting December, first meeting December.
First meeting in December.
We should have all the
And then we are withdrawing item number 9,
Yeah,
and that's yours. And then Commissioner Irvin pulled item number 13. And then we're also withdrawing item number 16A1.
right.
All right, so
Um,
Commissioner Santiago,
yes, sir. I want to pull up item, number 10. And
item number 10
yes, sir.
is being pulled by Commissioner Santiago. All right. All right. Madam Madam Manager, Madam Clerk, a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move it.
Second. Moved by Dr. Bass, second by Vice Mayor Kelly. Madam Clerk, on the consent agenda.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes,
Motion passes 5-0.
that was the approval of the consent agenda, and we're approving the agenda for tonight. Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, and we're moving on to our presentations, and then we'll go back to the agenda itself. So I do see. Okay, so we'll go, the approval of the minutes. Item number 8, approval of the minutes, regular commission meeting minutes, October 22nd, 2025. Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner,
Second.
sorry, moved by Vice Mayor Kelly, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes,
Motion passes 5-0.
okay. All right, so do we have any District 1, District 2, or state reports at this time? Madam Clerk?
No, Mr. Mayor.
All right, and public presentations. We'll go back to it with our words and proclamations. All right, so we're gonna open up the citizens forum. Madam Clerk, can you please state for the record how to participate in citizens forum?
The City of Opa-locka Commission meetings are held in person at the Opa-locka Government Center, City Commission Chambers, 780 Fisherman Street, 3rd floor, Opa-locka, Florida. Members of the public wishing to address the commission may do so in person or virtually. Those persons wishing to participate virtually should register prior to the scheduled meeting time on the city's website at www.opalockafl.gov. When speaking before the commission, please make sure to give your full name and address for the record. There is a 3-minute time limit for public comments. Please adhere to the decorum policy, which is part of the commission meeting agenda. City commission meetings are aired through live stream at www.youtube.com/user/City of Opa-locka.
All right,
Thank
So-
you, Mr. Mayor. We do not have any virtual public comments at this time.
all right, so for those of you in the chamber, citizens forum is open.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of the commission. I'm not sure I heard right, was item.
1 second, Dr. Logan. Madam Manager. We're good now.
Okay, my name is Willie Logan. I'm CEO.
Can we
of
turn it up?
North Group. I'm not sure I heard, but did I hear that the ordinance dealing with security was pulled?
It was,
No, it was withdrawn. Totally withdrawn.
So as I.
Dr. Logan, can you state your name and address for the record?
Willie Logan, 490 Opa-locka Boulevard, Opa-locka, Florida, 33054. As I have explained to the mayor, the vice mayor, members of the commission, city manager, and others, that if that requirement stays on the book, we are going to have to close Mary Alice Brown. effective immediately. And I will be sending out a notice on tomorrow that we will be closing the apartment, and you're going to have a vacant affordable housing apartment because we cannot afford to spend $1,100,000 a year on a police officer, off-duty police officer. You're the only city in the county that requires that. There are condominiums that have 500, 800, 1,000 people. They don't have to have a 24-hour, 7-day police officer. We've had no crimes on that property. And this was passed as an emergency in 2019, codified in 2020, because there was 2 murders, one at the strip club and one at a Section 8 project. And it was targeted at those 2 Section 8 properties. It also affects us because we have 216 units. We're trying to refinance, as all of you all know. We cannot close because we cannot put $1,100,000 in the budget and close with a deficit. Most mortgages want you to have a 1.15 ratio. This would have a 0.70 ratio. So we're going to have to put on the streets 216 families when you have a apartment, affordable housing units that's available. I explained to you that this had to be addressed before Thanksgiving. If it wasn't, then we had no choice but to inform those residents. And so what you've left us with is to put 216 families, Opa-locka families, out of a decent housing units on the street because you have this omnibus ordinance that you all want to address, that now we're being fined $700 some odd a day because we cannot afford, and those people cannot raise the rent by $5,000 to pay for a police officer to be there 24 hours, 7 days a week. I don't know what to say to you other than the fact that if this isn't addressed tonight, there's no way you're going to be able to address it in second reading before November 25th. And if that's not done, we have to give them a 30-day notice that they have to find a place to live. And so come Thanksgiving, that's what they're going to be looking to do, find a place
Yes,
to
sir.
live. And I don't know what else to say to you all unless you'll address this tonight. And Mr.
Thank
Vice
you.
Mayor, you said to me that we were going
Thank
to
you,
address
Dr.
this tonight.
Logan.
Mr. Mayor, you want me to wait?
Yeah.
Okay.
Citizens Forum is still open?
Good afternoon, Mayor Commissioners. Brian Dennis, address 2140 York Street. I don't know if you all saw the last planning council meeting, but Gay and Lee, no.
Address the,
I'm sorry, your 2 people in the, no, this project with this furniture company, no. And when you go back and you look at this stuff and see how it's actually done, it's not done properly. They came here through the former city manager. With Henrietta Lacey, them going through the community passing out stuff. Wasn't done properly. If you're going to address the residents and have this stuff done right, they need to come right and to sit down and be able to formulate a plan that is suitable and feasible to the residents. I'm sorry, suitable and feasible to the residents. Again, community development in Miami-Dade County and the city of Miami were related, and Atlantic Pacific were doing those buildings. They had to have the community agreement. They had to have sign-in sheets before they went back to the Board of County Commissioners and the city of Miami to get those projects approved. That hasn't happened. They had 1 meeting. You don't get nothing solved in 1 meeting. The other thing that I'm concerned with, so I got all the lawsuits from the Florida League of Cities from the city. And they're just not under Darvin Williams. Pate was involved in them too. So I don't know if the item is pulled because I just got the agenda, but I'm in strong support of item 13, Commissioner Santiago, and here's why. The last in-house attorney that we had was Patricia Ellis. An attorney is supposed to advise the client wisely and let them know what's going on. If the community could come in here and speak for what's going on in the city, you can't tell me the attorney don't know. You can't tell me that. So if the city is not advised, Patricia Ellis was fired for saying what was detrimental to the city and putting it on record. She was fired for doing her job.
If the city attorney is not going to advise the commission of what the manager is doing prior to, here you have. Here you have. Now we want the manager to report to the attorney, but the attorney won't report to the commission what was actually taking place, other than saying that the former manager was going rogue. I don't know if this item was pulled, but Commissioner Santiago, I support this wholeheartedly. And got to do your homework, because it ain't just happening here that's going on. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on in West Park.
Citizens Forum is still open. Citizens Forum is closed. All right, so moving on to Dr. Logan talked about you wanted to comment on that.
Yes, I did. I wanted to comment, but he left, so but I'll still comment. I recognize the challenge that is before them, and in talking to the manager, I did take that in consideration. That's why I withdrew the item, and there is a way, I believe, in speaking to the manager and attorney to address the concerns without harming any of the tenants, but it's not something that I can do it from the dais. So I'll just leave it at that. And I would just encourage, if he's outside or listens, tune in to contact the manager. I'll leave it at that.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Is that something you can share with us, or?
Well, it's something that
they was gonna be homeless.
He's concerned. Well, he's concerned, and we all share a concern about the tenants. But the legislation that I was bringing forward, I withdrew totally, because I think we need to have a more robust conversation about all of our security and all of those things related to that, not just with those units, but throughout the entire city. And so that's why I withdrew this legislation, and I'm proposing to do something as well throughout the city, because we do have a lot of housing potentially coming into the city. And so I don't want to harm anyone, but I want to make sure that as what's presented is through the manager and the city attorney that comes before this commission to address. But I heard wholeheartedly. I know he is concerned, as rightfully should be, and none of us want to see anyone put out. And I don't think that's the intent, at least not my intent, to happen. But I can't legislate from here. It has to go through the process. So I would hope the manager would reach out to Mr. Logan and the 10 North, because I think we've had the discussion of how we plan or how we think we can address the concerns so the residents and the tenants are not adversely impacted. Now, if the manager wants to weigh in, she can, but that's the far of it. He's not here. I know he has representatives here, so hopefully they will relay that message.
Madam Manager, you want to speak? Okay.
The intent is to bring back an item to repeal the previous legislation that's currently on the books. And that item will be forthcoming during a special commission meeting.
But does that address the brevity of time? Because I know they said they're at a crunch before Thanksgiving, I believe.
It will be, I will be polling the commission to try to get a special commission meeting with the hopes of getting it before Thanksgiving.
Madam Attorney, because this is an ordinance, how many readings will you need to repeal if the commission goes for it?
You need 2 readings, but I'm not sure how this issue would be addressed, because his whatever has happened is under the old ordinance and those requirements. And so I can certainly speak with the manager about bringing forth some other type of item, but currently I don't know that repealing it addresses his issue. It would just take it off of the books, but it doesn't relate to retroactive fines or fees or anything, or actions, anything like that. So happy to have a conversation offline with the manager and speak with her, but my advice has been consistent.
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor,
One second. Oh, Commissioner Santiago, and then I'll go back to you, Vice Mayor. Commissioner Santiago?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to know if I'm here and I listen very well what's going on because I see Dr. Logan stand out there by the citizen of phone open. And he talking about an ordinance that we have in the 16A1 in the first reading. Okay, this is something that is not even yet, okay, in the time that we're gonna talking about that. But I like to giving some recommendation to the sponsor, okay, for for now. What is the situation that we have? We had to pass that in emergency in a hurry because no groups or whatever building it is, they have a situation that they have to put it in place before Thanksgiving, or can we can sending the the city manager to make an story about that and bringing that item in the future, like after of Thanksgiving, after the Christmas in January or something like that we can be sure what we own in this situation when the guards in the buildings. It's a recommendation that I do like that. We're giving chance to everybody to think and bring another, a better idea for this.
Mr. Mayor,
One second.
Yes, I finished.
Okay, Vice Mayor?
to address this, I have totally withdrawn 16A1. So it's no longer going to be legislation. I've withdrawn that totally. So it's not something that we even have to discuss. As I said in my comments, I think the city has to have some policy going forward for all of our apartment units. And so in my opinion, the best way is to just start from the beginning. And so I am amenable, as the manager said, to repeal what has been on the book. So it wouldn't even be there. And then the manager would have time to reconfigure, bring back this commission, whatever her and her office feels we would need for any kind of security or any related issues that related to the previous ordinance. And as the manager indicated, she intends to poll the commission to repeal that, so it wouldn't even be on the books. I think the mayor asked the question, the time frame of repealing, and I'm hearing an attorney say that it doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't know necessarily if I quite understand that, because my conversation understanding was if you repeal it, then the manager will, come back at some point, whatever she feels is necessary or correct. But that ordinance would no longer even be in effect for any of the units, regardless of 10 North or any other units. But 16A1 is no longer a factor because I've withdrawn that totally. So that's not a part of any concern as far as I know as it relates to their concern.
Okay.
So I wanted to address that.
Yes, sir. So I'm the latter of what you said, because no one up here wants us to see anyone homeless in the city of Opa-locka. So is there a way, Madam Attorney, that we can make a motion to start the repeal process tonight?
No, sir, it would need to be properly noticed.
On ordinance?
Yes, sir.
And
Mr.
how,
Mr. Mayor, but it can't be emergency ordinance.
it can be emergency ordinance. I was just about to say.
Right, but not tonight. You still have to, an emergency ordinance, all it allows you to do is for the first reading, to set it, and you may be able to do it in less than the requisite number of days, but you can't have an emergency ordinance that you don't notice for that specific purpose. But as I said earlier, that still would not address from my understanding is there were fines, there was a lien that was
I don't think that
placed.
was the issue. The fines wasn't the issue. It was
Uh-huh.
the ordinance itself. It wasn't about the fines. So if we do a emergency item, Madam, can you prepare an emergency item now?
There is no way to
repeal?
do it now for repeal. No, sir. It would have to have been noticed prior to this meeting.
Even if you do it as a walk,
Yes,
Madam
sir.
Attorney?
You cannot do an emergency walk-on item. No, sir, not like this. No.
Mr. Mayor,
I'm absolutely positive.
Mr. Mayor. But I do think that the manager, because of what she wants to do, she can poll the commission, and if she wants to have a meeting,
Yeah.
because it's emergency, she can do that as quick as possible. That, just can't do it tonight.
Is that what you're saying?
That was you saying, Madam Attorney?
You cannot do it tonight. That's
Okay,
correct.
so
Madam Manager, poll us to see if we can come together for an emergency meeting to discuss that item, like ASAP. And what's the time frame? She said the emergency notice. It needs to be noticed within how long? 24?
Let me look that up for you and get
Okay.
back.
before the meeting is out.
Before the meeting is out. And we're gonna need an answer. All right, so we'll move on back to our awards, proclamations, and acknowledgements. So I do see visiting from the great city of North Miami, Vice Mayor Cassandra Timothy, as well as a representative from the March of Dimes. And we're doing a presentation from myself, a proclamation for Prematurity Awareness Month.
They're from North Miami?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ah, let me say, I had something beautiful to say about that city. I really love it. The way they treat me the other day, Monday out there, oh my God, I never see some kind of service in any other place. I love that my city be like your city in the future, but they treat me like, oh, wow, so good.
You want to move to North Miami?
Probably.
So we'll go back through. It'll be a presentation from myself, then I'll yield to Vice Mayor Kelly, then to Commissioner Bass, and then Commissioner Irvin will take it from the rear. All right. Ms. M.
Like that.
Okay, so this is and this is the Vice Mayor from North Miami, y'all. That treated Commissioner Santiago so well that he wants to now move to North. So it says, City of Opa-locka proclamation, whereas the City of Opa-locka recognized the importance of raising awareness about premature birth and is proud to join communities nationwide in supporting the March of Dimes mission to improve health of moms and babies. Whereas the month of November is recognized as Prematurity Month, and November 17th is observed as World Prematurity Day to raise awareness to this critical health issue. Whereas moms and babies continues to face health risks, and the March of Dimes champions their well-being through research, education, advocacy, and community program. Whereas the City of Opa-locka is proud to stand with the City of North Miami, the March of Dimes, and other local communities in responding to the ongoing maternal and infant health crisis. And whereas the March of Dimes has developed a collaborative model to study and prevent preterm birth through research at 5 pre-maternity research centers, and continues to lead nationwide efforts by amplifying the voices of women and families to advance maternal and infant health. Where this is a lot of whereases. Y'all done did a lot. So whereas throughout Florida, the March of Dimes have worked extensively to improve the health of mothers and babies through education, community programs, and advocacy. The City of Opa-locka wants to do our part in helping ensure that every baby has the healthiest possible start to life. Now, therefore, I, Mayor John H. Taylor Jr., along with the citizens of the great city of Opa-locka and my colleagues, the City Commission, Vice Mayor Joseph L. Kelly, Commissioner Dr. Shirlene Bass, Commissioner Natasha L. Irvin, and Commissioner Louis B. Santiago do hereby the month of November as Prematurity Awareness Month, the November 17th as World Prematurity Day. Duly proclaimed this 12th day of November 2025. And we present this to the March of Dimes and to you, Vice Mayor Cassandra Timothy. Right.
Thank you.
And I yield to you, Vice Mayor, since you're here.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you to the commission here in the city of Opa-locka. I'm Vice Mayor Cassandra Timothy with the city of North Miami, and I'm here along with Sarah Bloom, our Senior Manager in Development with March of Dimes. And this cause is the one it's near and dear to my heart as a mother of a premature baby born at 28 weeks, 2 pounds and 12 ounces. And she is here today because of the great work of the nurses, of course, and doctors at Memorial Miramar. But to any family who has had to stay in the NICU, it is one day is too much away from your child. And with March of Dimes, we're raising awareness in the month of April for Black maternal health. We'll be hosting a symposium to really educate folks about all the resources that are available for families. And we extend the invite over to the city of Opa-locka to join and make sure that we're bringing awareness, but then also bringing support and resources to our family here in Miami-Dade County. Again, thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Commissioners, for proclaiming this day in your city.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, and thank you, Ms. Bloom. Thank you all. So we'll turn it over to Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes, I'm going to make it brief, but I want to make it to the point as Ms. Tarani Mitchell and her family comes up. Most of us inside the city knows that for many months there was challenges with DMV and the floor on wheels and getting them here, and also having our residents an opportunity for replacement of license and IDs for our sports programs. And Ms. Mitchell has done an outstanding job. And so in recognition of outstanding partnership, professionalism, continued support of the city's community initiatives, and for her unwavering commitment to service to the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, presented this 12th day of November 2025. Yours truly, and of course, all of us here, and we didn't know your name. We're gonna get you one too, because we just know you the sidekick. Yeah, I know, but we didn't know her name, so we're gonna get her one as well, because they come out every month. They come out every month as a part of our Feeding South Florida distribution to come out and service our community. And we're so proud, we're so thankful. And let me just add a personal note. We even called to say to her, you didn't need to come this past month because her mother had passed, but she still came to work and serviced our community. Not only is she a proud employee, but she's also a resident. And I thought we've got to just honor and recognize that. So we salute you. The mayor has it, Ms. Tarani Mitchell, her assistant, and to you as well for being here. Thank you for all you do and continued collaboration with the city of Opa-locka. Thank you.
I want to say something to Ronnie Love Opa-locka.
Oh, we know.
And I know you guys maybe don't know, but at the flow program, everybody wants to have the flow program in their community every single month. And it's hard for us. We don't have enough employees and we don't have enough units. And to Ronnie fight for Opa-locka, trust me. And we're proud of her. Very proud of Ronnie and Lisa too. That's a good team. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ronnie and Miss Lisa. Thank you all. And last but not least, Commissioner Irvin.
Can you let the babies know they can come in, please? Anybody? We just recently in Parks and Rec had our homecoming. It was a very nice homecoming. The kids worked really hard to become the princesses in the court, to be on the court. And also this weekend, you see the football players around. Our football players won Super Bowls this weekend. Yes. Come on.
Come on up, all the way to the front, come on up. Bring them trophies on up here.
It is. Our Our court is our 6U is Tristan Sherry and Lyric Johnson. Our 8U is Jace Jackson and Joyce Roberts. 10U is Raheem Darling and Takia McKerna. 12U is Jonathan Charles and Dominique Stevens. Our 14U is Joshua Howard. And Mr. and Mrs. Homecoming is Tayden Johnson and Ariana Griffin. We also have Mr. Opa-locka is Corey Roberts Jr. And we have football players here. We'll do it all one white. Our 10U Super Bowl winners, where are they? They're outside still. Y'all want to take pictures just with the homecoming part and then call? Okay, we'll take them. So our 10U is coming in now, hopefully. They are our Super Bowl winner this weekend. Okay, we'll take the 2. Our 12U Super Bowl winners. This the team always have a theme song. We should have brought y'all theme song, huh? I'm sorry. Also, we have our 14U that were Super Bowl runner-ups. Also, this weekend, it's competition season. And our cheerleaders went to competition on Sunday. And they won. Yes. Coach Missy back there holding the trophy. And so I think that was our 14U and the Pee-wees. Come on, are they here too? Coaches, please come up and take pictures with us as well. Coach Missy. I saw Coach Correa, Coach. Okay. Oh, I know. I saw a few of you all. These kids work so hard this season. It's always a struggle, but they did an amazing job. And I like to give a great big shout out to the coaches, the parents, because the parents don't bring the kids, the coach can't coach. And our coaches are amazing, so patient, so patient. So thank you all, kids, for choosing Opa-locka as your place to play football and cheer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Also, can you all keep our 12U, 14U, 12 and 14U in prayer? They are actually going to pay regionals. Am I right? Regionals over the weekend. I think they leave tomorrow. Some leave tomorrow, some leave Friday. So keep them in prayer. Thank you. We will return the trophies eventually.
We want to enjoy the trophies for a little while. We pay for them trophies. We work on them trophies.
Okay. Yeah. This happens.
Yeah.
So, and I also want to acknowledge the Opa-locka's explorers who are in the building.
Yeah.
Our Opa-locka Explorer program.
Good job.
Opa-locka Explorer program. And I know that Chief brought them up. They was downstairs in their little huddles and meetings. And they meet, I think meet every other Wednesday or something, second and fourth Wednesday. So we thank you for letting them come spend some time with the commission on this evening. All right, so we're moving right along. We're going to item number 13, 10.
10. A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, directing the city manager to conduct a feasibility study to identify potential locations for overnight and after-hours commercial vehicle parking and develop rental fee and liability guidelines, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Vice Mayor Kelly.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it. Second?
Second, moved by Vice Mayor Kelly, second by Commissioner Santiago. Vice Mayor Kelly?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This item simply directs the manager to potentially identify some locations that can be used for overnight and after-hours commercial vehicle parking, and to develop criteria, fee, and all of those kinds of things that it would entail. One of the things in talking to residents and in some cases business owners, they don't have anywhere to really park their work trucks, et cetera, and they continuously have gotten fined or whatever because they're parking, and they really don't want to get fined, but because of their job and situation, they find themselves in a catch-22. And so what I would like to do in doing some research is ask the manager to look at any property we may own or wherever she may deem necessary or fit, to look for locations that they can be parked, come up with the fee schedule criteria, bring it back to this commission for possible policy legislation. I've had meetings with residents who happen to have commercial or vehicles, et cetera. And of course, our laws don't allow them to park in certain places, et cetera. And for some of them anyway, they really want to abide by the law, but they're kind of in a no-win situation. So what this does is ask the manager to look for potential land space that we may have in the city, come up with a structure and a schedule policy of what would be charged and all of those dynamics, and working with the city attorney's office for legality, and bring it back to this commission to see if it's something we would be amenable to do here in the city. Obviously, it still becomes a decision of the commission, but it's one way to try to address folks who are trying to do the right thing, but oftentimes find themselves in a tough situation. And that's the intent of the legislation. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, I yield to Commissioner Santiago. You pull the item.
Yeah, thank you, Vice Mayor. And thank you, Vice Mayor, for that good comment that you do about the resolution that we tried to pass tonight. And my concern is, and I already heard it from you, that you already talked to residents about it. You have a meeting with them, and they ask you to bring something to try to make them more comfortable, okay, to stay in the great city of Opa-locka. I like that at all, because we involve the resident, we involve the people before we try to bring something. I think that's something that is going to help us a lot. I know that we have some rules in place that we are not accepting any commercial vehicle vans and everything in the house. And I have experience in that, because the first time that I moved to the great city of Opa-locka, I park in my van and I get a fine for $500, but I don't even know what the rule is. And I had to go and park in my truck outside of the city. I think it's a very good idea, okay, to have some places where we found it and making a study, okay, to see how that thing works. And that's the only thing, the only reason that I put it out, because I want some more information about what is the reason why we're going to do that. But that's a very good reason. And what I like is that you take the people, you talk to people, people come to you, and you give it a good answer. Is no more for the question. Thank you, sir.
Any other discussion? Unless the mayor has any discussion, I'll wait on him to come back.
No, no discussion.
Okay, we're ready for the vote?
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Urban,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to item number, 1313.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, directing the city manager to conduct a feasibility study and cost comparison of an in-house city attorney versus contracted city attorney services, providing for corporation recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Commissioner Santiago.
Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago. All right, item dies for lack of a second. All right, moving on to item number 16A2.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending the annual adopted general proprietary and special revenue funds budgets for the fiscal year commencing October 1, 2024, and ending September 30, 2025, adjusting revenues and expenditures as reflected in Exhibit A, providing for the expenditure of funds established by the budget, authorizing the city manager to take certain actions, providing for appropriation of all budgets and expenditures, providing for fees consistent with appropriations and amendment, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Urban. Madam Manager.
This is the first reading of Budget Amendment Number 3 for fiscal year 25. This will finalize the city's expenditures and revenues for fiscal year 25, and Mr. Anathan is available to answer any questions you may have at this time.
All right, so this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Do we have any questions for Mr. Anathan at this time? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call.
Vice Mayor Kelly, Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Urban,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes first reading 5-0.
All right, moving on to item number 16A3.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Chapter 19, Article 1, Section 19-4, entitled Obstructions Generally of the City's Code of Ordinances to establish street sweeping regulations, providing for adoption of representation, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
Can I get a motion? Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bass. Madam Manager.
This ordinance is to outline the regulations and penalties for street sweeping and identify terms of parking, signage, and enforcement. Mr. Austin is here to answer any questions you may have, but I also want to say that the resolution previously passed for the street sweeping hours, and this will allow us to regulate those hours.
Got it. All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. All right, do we have any questions for Mr. Austin or the manager at this time as it relates to this ordinance?
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor.
really just to be clear, so this allows you to regulate the hours. So how are we going to let folks know that we're actually going to be reinforcing it? Because I know one of the challenges we had before, there were signs in certain places, but people just ignored it. So, and even on 22nd, for example, which is really county or whatever, cars still seem to be there when they're coming through with the sweepers. So how are we going to notify, the community?
Once this board, Aria Austin, Public Works Director. Once this ordinance is codified, then it will be referenced on the sign, making it enforceable to anyone parking there outside of the guidelines stated on the sign.
So this, Mr. Mayor, the sign, so the signage is going to be our enforceable piece.
Yes.
So we're not doing anything else. We're not going to do any thing on our social media platforms, or any other way of just secondarily getting the word. I know the signage gives us the legal right. I got that part. I mean, that's enforceable, but just so folks will know, just in case.
We will publish it on our website and on other social media.
Okay, I'm glad to see it coming. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And I'm happy because that's what I wanted to know too. Will there be an awareness campaign to let residents know what's coming?
Yes,
But you said, okay,
yes.
how long would that period be?
We have not, did you?
Once this is codified, then we're gonna make the signs and put it out there.
So we'll
Everyone
have,
to see.
so we'll have some time in between, because once it's passed, we can go ahead and start getting signage and also having notification posted. So it'll allow us some time. I would say at least 30 to 60 days.
I just want before you go. Well, we got one more reading, but before we go live with this, just let us know so we
Yes.
can. All right,
Okay.
the intent. All right. If no other questions or concerns on this item, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes first reading 5-0.
All right, moving on to our last first reading ordinances, which is 16A4.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, authorizing the city manager to execute a 5-year interlocal agreement with Miami-Dade County for canal maintenance at an annual cost of $252,162, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Bass. Madam Manager, go ahead and present this to public hearing item.
This agreement will allow for the timely maintenance of the city canals, which include debris removal, culvert cleaning, water line maintenance, mechanical harvesting, and accumulation of waste. This also will allow for aesthetic cleaning. So right now, the county is still cleaning our canals without an agreement. We want to go ahead and correct that and get an active current agreement so they can continue those services.
All right, so this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Any questions to the manager at this time?
Mr. Mayor.
And, go ahead, Vice Mayor.
Since we're getting the agreement back, Madam Manager, would this preclude us from our cleaning when it gets real bad in between those timeframes? It won't have an impact on that, because I know we've had some challenges in between when they clean that it gets rough or whatever.
So they clean on a quarterly basis, but aesthetic cleaning, which is for all the debris, is done on as needed basis. So anytime we see an accumulation of debris, we will call them back and they will respond to cleaning.
Okay, and along those lines, since I think overall by Nathan B. Young, they finished most of the work over there, I assume, or they're about finished or close to finishing. So, because it looks kind of rugged right now, but I don't know why it's rugged, maybe, but we still have the ability to call in the other service provider. That's
Yes,
the main question.
yes, they
Okay.
will clean.
Just want to be sure. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And
Yes, sir.
Vice Mayor,
Thank you.
all right, I do got one question. The Nathan B. Young question you already asked. So does this include the seawalls cleaning? Because I remember I asked about that before, like pressure cleaning, the rocks and all of that, especially the long Ingram.
No, that's
That's separate.
surfacing above and below the water and spraying for weeds, not pressure cleaning the riprap, as it's called.
But with the debris they will do and removing of weeds.
Yeah, they will remove the weeds and the debris and any overgrowth underwater.
But that's including in the MOU, not the MOU, but what we're doing for, okay, so you know I'm going to ask. Okay, thank you. I'm trying.
I have a question for Mr. Austin.
Yeah,
I have a
Good evening,
what is
Mayor.
it?
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners, and Adelina Gross, CIP Division Manager. No, that's not included in the work that we are doing right now because it's canal bank stabilization. What we are doing is removing the old riprap that is located there where it was installed before, if it was in some sections, and renovating that space. That is not included. The pressure cleaning is not included as part of the service.
Okay, so Madam Manager, can we include the cleaning of the seawalls? Is that something the county does, or that's not? That's a special project, but they do that. But it's a special project.
The company that is currently working on the canal bank stabilization, they do they do provide those services.
But the what we're doing along Nathan B. Young, that's the reinforcement of the seawalls, right?
That's the important.
So the maintenance of it is what is concerning to me, because once they leave, who's in charge of maintaining the seawalls? That's what, and I know Ingram is, yeah, it's weeds and trees growing out of them.
Well, we
No,
would look,
it's the section that we are going to be working on next, and it's going to be presented on the next commission meeting for rehabilitation or canal bank stabilization. For the maintenance area, we will look into it and bring it back.
Okay, because once y'all do it, it's gonna look really nice, and then 6 months from now.
well,
We'll definitely
not
work
part
on
of
trying to
the
make sure.
national of the seawalls, no?
No, but
No.
they're reinforcing it now by Nathan B. Young. That's what they're doing now.
Oh.
But my concern is the maintenance of it. I just don't want it to turn into Ingram Park. And I want us to also maintain and clean and maintain Ingram Park as well. And you had a question, go ahead.
Yeah, I believe that I mentioned in the last meeting that we had the agenda ready. Mr. Austin, be sure that they catch, that creature that I see so ugly there with 5, 7 eyes, frogs, in the canal. That scare me.
Yes, sir.
Please, they contaminated him.
You get a problem.
Yeah, yeah, because I see a frog with 6 eyes out there. It's too much contamination coming from the the junkyard.
Madam Manager. The Miami-Dade County owns that canal, and they have a project for
Eliminated them.
no,
Oh.
to dredge it and make it a better looking canal.
Okay, good. Nice.
Okay, Madam Manager, I wholeheartedly support the item, but I would like to see the scope of work expanded, even if you were to bring another item to see if we can afford
We
to.
definitely will look at it
Okay.
and
No, it's the
if it's
seawalls
something,
that concern.
yeah, we'll bring it back to the.
They're gonna be
commission.
nice once it's
Maintaining it,
completed, it's the
correct.
Maintenance of it.
Right.
Mayor,
Vice Mayor.
since you opened that door, I was trying to stay out of it, but because it keeps coming up over where you just did the work by Nathan B. Young, and that is going further down from Coachman Gardens, because we didn't put any grass really down there, and of course we had residents on hold with the receptacles and signage and all that because we were trying to get everything finished. Is there grass proposed for that other side? Because I haven't seen really anything over there, so I want to be sure, because that came up and meet me Monday. So I want to, I told them probably was on hold.
Yes, the grass is being seeded, and it will be growing in the few weeks probably.
Down, not where you put those seeds, but down past Coachman Gardens going east.
Yes. all
Towards
that area.
22nd Avenue.
Yeah, all that area that will be rehabilitated. That's part of the next phase.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Madam Manager. Thank you, Ms. Gross, and thank you, Mr. Austin. Madam Clerk, we can call the question.
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0, first reading.
All right, we're moving on to our second reading ordinances, item 16B1.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, repealing Chapter 16, Article 1, Section 16-1, entitled Teen and Young Adult Advisory Board of the City of Opa-locka's Code of Ordinances, providing for adoption of representation, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for scrivener's errors, and providing for an effective date. First reading public hearing was held on October 22nd, 2025. This is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Manager, go ahead and present, and then we'll open up public.
An extensive review was conducted of the city's boards to ensure that the requirements and protocols align with the division and with the city commission. And as a result, the recommendation was to repeal this board and merge it with the Community Relations Recreation Activities Advisory Board. This is the second reading, and nothing has changed since the first reading to repeal this item.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. All right, Madam Manager, I'll start and I'll open up for the commission. The issue, oh, sorry, it's not this item, it's the next one. Any questions on this item? It's the next one. It's the next one. My question for the next one. Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, and the last item for the night, 16B2.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 11 entitled Boards, Commissions, and Committees, Division 2 entitled Community Relations, Recreation, and Activities Board, Section 2-479 through 2-480, to change the name of the board to Teen, Young Adult, and Community Relations Advisory Board, specifically amending Section 2-479 to include a focus on policies, projects, and events involving youth, teen, and young adult participation, providing for a requirement to make recommendations on increasing youth, teen, and young adult participation and improve communications, amending Section 2-480 to require that the two members chosen at large members shall be between the ages of 16 and 21, providing for adoption of representation, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. First reading public hearing was held on October 22nd, 2025. This is sponsored by the city manager.
Can I get a motion?
Move.
Moved by Commissioner Bass.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Urban, Madam Manager.
Since the first reading, the board name has been amended to the Teen, Young Adult, and Community Relations Advisory Board, and the requirement to be appointed by and the requirement for the two teen members to be appointed by a Miami-Dade County school personnel has also been removed.
Okay, so let's open up for public hearing. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. All right, so Madam Manager, that's what I was getting at. So in that section 2-479, it wasn't removed. I mean 480. They still have it here, must be between two ages 16 to 21 years and be appointed by Miami-Dade County Public School personnel. It wasn't removed.
Madam Attorney, can we? Thank you.
The title was,
Mr. Mayor, that was the ordinance I received from the attorney's office.
Madam,
It may have been an oversight. We're checking right now, but if we can remove it right now with the amendment to the ordinance, and that will take care of it.
but will we have to amend if the commission amended it already?
You can.
We already voted on the amendment initially.
We'll just clean it up, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. All right, any other questions or concern on this item? All right, so the only change for the record is the name change. So now it's the Community Relations Teen and Young Adult Advisory Board, and we're removing the criteria that the person must be appointed by Miami-Dade County personnel. Correct?
But excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Cobb was just looking at it. We don't see it in the language.
It's in section 2-480 membership terms. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth line, and it's highlighted it's in red. It starts with the ages of 16 and 21 years. But the motion was made and second and passed at the last meeting. So you said now you just need to clean up, right, Madam Attorney?
We will clean it up.
Got it. All right, Madam Clerk, we can call the question.
What does that mean?
They're gonna remove it, I guess.
Say it again.
They're gonna remove it. That's what I'm assuming she means by cleaning up. Madam Attorney, Vice Mayor asks, what does that mean?
One moment, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, you're saying that it's supposed to be it has in the title, 2 members chosen at large members shall be between the ages of 16 and 21. You're saying that's not supposed to be in there?
No, that's it. That's it. It's the latter of that. So and or be appointed by the Miami-Dade County school personnel. That should be removed.
Okay, yes, in section 2-480, the one that I'm looking at that I sent the clerk, I don't see it in there. So that's what we're referring to. So we'll just make sure that the clerk has this one. Again, we'll re-forward it, but that's what was sent to the city clerk.
Okay, so I just want to be sure what we're voting on tonight because the clerk said that what we have before us is what we're voting, is what she received. But what we're voting on is something different. So I want to make sure we're good.
She is looking at what she sent to the clerk, and that's
All right,
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor Kelly.
let me make a statement. I don't like, and I'm not really going to get into who sent what, where, and who got it. I don't want to sit here like this, having us in limbo. Y'all figure that out before it gets here. And I'm not saying who's at fault, where it went, who should have got it, but we're sitting here in limbo and the mayor's got a reference and we'll clean it up. I don't necessarily know what all of that means, but in the future, y'all take care of that before it gets here because it makes us like we have no clue what we're doing or going on. And I don't like that feeling. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Madam Clerk, we can go ahead and call the question.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, we're going on to our city manager's report. Wait, before we do the city manager's report, Madam Attorney, you have that information for the commission?
yes, sir. So in order to arrive at your answer, we looked at both the Florida statutes 166.014 and also 4.4 of the city code. It does, of the city charter. It does differ in the charter in that there are more stringent requirements that have to be adhered to. For instance, you all can put on the agenda as an emergency ordinance. Obviously, it would have to be titled in that way, emergency ordinance, and it would have to be on a separate agenda, just as you would any ordinance. However, once the manager determines that it is an issue that is affecting life, health, property, or the public peace, the commission may adopt in a manner provided for in your charter. And it would have to be approved by at least 4 of you in order to do it. So she can put this on a special meeting. We could, once that determination is made by the manager that it does affect life, property, public peace, etc., then it can be voted upon. But you do have to give it special notice, and you can also do the repeal in the same way according to your charter.
Okay, so Vice Mayor, if you don't mind. Madam, I guess it's a clerk question and Madam Manager question. How many days do you have to advertise in between? Because it has to go through 2 readings, correct? So that special meeting will need to be this week sometime? And how much in advance do you need of notice do you need, Madam
Well,
Clerk?
can I just say, according to the Florida statutes, you can do as 1 reading if it meets those specifications. You can do as 1 reading. You can bypass the section requiring 2 readings if it is an emergency. So once that is determined, according to the statute, you can bypass that. But it couldn't be done this meeting, obviously, because you have to notice it as an emergency and all of those other things. But you could do it in 1 meeting, so long as you give the notice.
Okay, it was 2 questions in one. I was going somewhere else for that because I know we have to do the second reading that's why I asked that question. I yield the Vice Mayor and then I'll go with.
Thank you. And that's why I brought it up, because I know you can do it when it's based on that wording, life, limb, because I've seen it done before. The caveat is it needs 4/5 vote to pass. So I know it couldn't be done tonight, but it can be done as soon as you word it, average, whatever, notice it, but it can be done in that same manner because it has to fit that criteria the attorney just mentioned, but it can be done. It just requires 4/5 vote in order to pass. So That's why I said checking calendar and schedule. I know you're talking about another item possibly, but for that, as soon as possible, that can be done because we've done it. Well, not this commission, but I've sat on a commission where we've had those kind of challenges, not necessarily this one, but it involved apartment buildings, limb, whatever the attorney wording used. So I know it can be done. So I look forward to getting that done. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Madam Manager, when is the second reading? When do you have to close out last year's budget?
By November 30th.
By November 30th. That's
Yeah.
why I asked it. So you need how long in between?
I would
What's
have
the
with the clerk,
Madam
on
Clerk,
advertising. For
the
second
advertisement in
reading.
between,
We need a 10-day notice.
a 10-day notice? There's a lot. That is a long time. All right. Can we poll the commission tonight for a meeting on Friday for the repealing of the emergency item,
And emergency.
sir?
Yeah.
For the emergency item.
No, to repeal,
To
because I
repeal.
was already working with the manager trying to do it, but I like the fact that you want to go ahead and put a
Yeah, I was
date
gonna-
on it.
yeah.
Yeah, to repeal and to do the emergency. Yeah. We just gotta make ourselves available if possible.
Yeah.
Oh, bingo though.
Before
Before bingo.
Bingo.
before bingo, and we can even do it in the daytime.
I'm available.
I will make myself
Make
available.
myself
So,
available.
but we will need 4/5 of the votes. So we need at least 4 commissioners here.
I think for me, the earlier the better. I hear
earlier the
Commissioner
better.
Bass saying morning.
Well, that's this
Yeah,
Friday.
we can do it in the morning.
Okay, so I'm good this Friday. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
Sounds good.
9 o'clock, 9:30 in the middle. 9
9
o'clock.
o'clock is
9
fine.
o'clock.
I'm gonna just be in my
Well,
walking
you-
attire. I'll be here.
You early bird.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up.
Okay, so and Commissioner Santiago, a special meeting on Friday at 9 a.m.
That's nice. Yeah.
Okay, so and it'll be you can do it sponsor. You want to sponsor
Yeah.
the commission, however y'all, whatever y'all do. So Madam Clerk, that meeting will be 9 o'clock on Friday morning, a special meeting for the emergency repealing.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
so I just want to make sure that I will have the information because I will need to post that meeting by tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Okay, so Madam Attorney, we need you to have it tonight. You got to prepare it tonight to repeal it.
Yes, sir.
Her and the
It needs to be
manager, hold
tonight.
Get together. When we finish here,
Yeah,
they
tonight.
can work on it
Y'all
tonight.
need to do
Get
that
that
tonight.
posted.
The meeting is almost over,
Yeah.
so they need
And
to
it could be the whole commission, Madam Clerk. You don't have to be just sponsored by me. It could be the whole commission.
No, sir.
9 a.m. Friday. All right, so y'all have y'all marching orders, and we'll go from there. So, Madam Manager, you have a long report? You don't have a report? You submitted it in writing. Okay, so any questions to the manager on her report, and then we'll do announcements from the commission.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Bass.
to the manager, I just want to say that, I noticed the gentleman, the company that they're out working on our fire hydrants and they're looking so much better. I just have 2 questions. He said to me, I was asking him questions and of course he was answering them. He said that we do not have sufficient, that some of our areas does not have fire hydrants. So I just wanted to know like where they were and approximately how many we would need to make sure that our whole city is covered with fire hydrants, but it looks really nice. It's painted and it looks good. Okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions to the city manager on her report?
I have a question, but it's not on her report, I don't think.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Madam Manager, when we were preparing for the State of the City address, one morning in the midst of my walking, I noticed Public Works cleaning the sidewalks with this really nice machine. I thought we rented. I found out we owned it. And as I was walking around the city, I noticed pavers. I think they're mostly down, historically. Is it possible that we could use that same machine to possibly clean and bring those pavers back to life? And if we can include the pavers also at the parks as well with when we do that cleanup.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Uh,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, to the manager. I took note of the flags at Shabundi on the outside. Can we do something with replacing them? Please, thank you.
all right, any other, oh, Vice Mayor?
Yes, I'm only going to bring this because you said under her report, and she does mention it about working on coming back with a solid waste proposal, because I did have that under my report, because we did receive that unsolicited proposal. I hadn't heard anything about that, but I see in your report that you're planning on bringing something back soon. When is that supposed to be coming back?
First meeting in December.
First meeting in December?
Yes.
So the unsolicited proposal is, you're just not entertaining that, just
No.
gonna go ahead with the other?
Yes, we're gonna issue an RFP.
Okay, all right, I'll meet with you on that for the brevity of time, but okay, that's your prerogative. Yeah, that was the only one under that she had for her report.
Okay.
Okay, and I think I'm good too. Other than, thank you for the four-way stop signs, we talked about that already. And the other thing I saw that you all are, I know you don't like to talk about security cameras being installed around the city, but I think we need to ensure that our residents know that if you dump an Opa-locka, we will catch you and we will, yeah. So we need to stop pushing that out. When we catch somebody, blast them so they know that we don't dump here. Take that somewhere else. Right, so we can move on to commission reports. We'll start from.
Yes,
We'll yield to Commissioner Irvin.
thank you. I did attend the chess with Commissioner Bass when they had it. I learned a little bit as she was teaching one of the kids here in the city how to play chess. He was picking up a lot faster than I was, but he did a great job. As a matter of fact, who won that? Did he win? Because he was trying hard to beat you. Oh, okay. Okay. Also, this Friday is bingo. Please join us for bingo. Starts at 6. It's very important that you get there and be on time, because once the first number is called, you can no longer get a raffle ticket. And I'm putting that on the record, as Kelly would say. So nobody can say they didn't know, because it's aggravating after that. Also on Friday night, we're having R&B night over at Ingram. Saturday, sorry. It's been a long week. Y'all just don't know. It's been a long week. On Saturday, we're having R&B at Ingram Park. Please come over, join us for good fun and nice music. Also, I have a question, and it has to be to the commission. We have so many turkey giveaways. I'm just blown away with the amount of turkeys giveaways that we haven't. I kind of feel like maybe, and this is be for next year, if we can try to combine some of these, it'll be so much easier. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Natasha is gonna go on Wilmington Street and get a turkey. Natasha is coming to the ceremony here and get a turkey. Natasha, so and so and so go get one from the 62 and up group. And senior citizens start at 55, sir, in some places, just so you know. I'm telling you what, I would have liked to have seen, especially from the turkeys that the city is paying for. On Friday, November 20th, is our Feeding South Florida Day. I would have loved to seen the city turkeys come over there and give our residents, along with the other fixings that Feeding South Florida is going to give us, for those turkeys to be given away at residents at that time. I think that would have been a great idea, because then it's like you're getting the whole shebang at one time. That's what I would like to have seen with that. I did talk to the manager about it, and she politely excused herself out of the conversation. That is a commission situation. Won't have nothing to do with it. So I would have liked to have seen that done personally. And that's it. I have nothing else to say. And oh, I do about it's a citizens forum. We did have a meeting, and the residents did come out and talk with the people at the furniture store. And I was there, and I can tell you the only thing they kept trying to get information from the residents. What do you all want to see? Kelly, you was there. I think you were, yeah, you were there. They kept saying they want to see coffee shop, coffee shop, coffee shop. And they wanted for him to put the furniture store not in the front of they want him to put it in the back. And from what I see, they did what the residents wanted. Now, what the residents want now, I don't know. But I can tell you that when you're planning stuff, that stuff costs that stuff costs money. So I had the plans redone. Now you all want to tell me to do something else. That's not quite how that works in the business world. And I'm telling that to the residents, at the end of the day, he's trying to do what y'all ask. He rearranged it and he had to pay for somebody to rearrange that. Now there's another issue. I don't know what to say. You can have 15 meetings and every 15 meetings, something's going to change every time. And I'm not going to keep spending my money changing stuff and you all really don't even know what you want. So it was just, we didn't address that with Mr. Bryan, and I wanted to say that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Under my report, as always, I'm going to keep it there till we get out of it. Fiscal responsibility and accountability. I know we're getting close to our efficiency audit, and as we work our way out of financial emergency. And just to piggyback somewhat on what Commissioner Irvin is saying, because it does come under accountability, responsibility. When we're having all of these different, in this case, turkey drives or whatever we're doing, that is a accountability issue because it does require staffing time and the like. So hopefully going forward, not just with Thanksgiving, but with all of our things, we would do that because I had hoped to. As a matter of fact, I had reached out via staff inquiring about the possibility of having our turkey for the city at our Feeding South Florida because we would have all of the fixings that we have been paying for. I do know that, we're in a situation, times are tough, and so we want to do what we can for the community, but it does give the appearance that we're very disjointed. That's not a good look, even though our aim and our hope is to help everyone. But it doesn't give a good look in terms of unity. So hopefully going forward, we'll do a better job of that because staff is not going to tell any of us no. They're going to just try to make it happen. But I'm looking at the tent going down Thursday, the tent going up Friday, the tent all over the place, and those are the same folks got to do most of that legwork. I want to segue into last Wednesday, we hosted our monthly farm share distribution at Shabani Pavilion. We serviced over 300 families in less than 3 hours. We just ran out of everything way before time. And we know the shutdown was taking place. We know the shutdown is potentially over. But even with that, the holidays hopefully be more cheerful for folks if they're getting their assistance. But we still need to be mindful that we were doing 300 families before the shutdown. So there is still a need. And so we're going to be working, as always, in the coming weeks and months as well, because we realize people, residents, community need assistance more than just during this time of the year. So we got to work on that. And I'm hopeful with our community services department, we're going to really pick up the speed next year because there is a need. We also attended two of our longtime residents' homegoing celebrations, Miss Mary Jamison and Mr. James Paisley, who've been in the city for many years. We stopped by to show support, and I know she'll mention it, for the Resource Fair hosted by Commissioner Bass last Saturday, as well as the Veterans Day ceremony on yesterday. On Saturday, after a long day, we was able to get by the football playoffs, just show support. I know Commissioner Irwin was going to be out of town, but I did get a chance to stop at the fence and cheer them on. And we've got some, I didn't see them tonight. I know they had to be here. We got some fast kids. When they got that ball, they were off to the races. So we're wishing them well going forth in the regionals. We, of course, hosted our monthly Meet Me Monday with our CR director and his staff presenting, as well as Ms. Carrington from State Senator Shervin Jones' office, who gave us a update and a preview of the upcoming session. And I know, Mr. Mayor, you're probably working on it, and I'm pretty sure the manager, as she indicated, the time to get up there is early December, if possible, before they get into session. So I don't know if you all are working on dates or not, but keep me posted. I don't know if I'll be able to go, but keep me posted. I may try to go with you if you're going in that time frame before the session starts. We also working and invite everyone, of course, our monthly Feeding South Florida distribution is on next Friday at Siegel Park. And I know turkeys will be given out all the other times. So as Commissioner Irvin said, you can come by there and get all of your fixings for it. And of course, DMV will be at Helen Miller. There are, I believe, a few slots still open, but you can call the office if not for that service as well. That really can. Oh, and at Meet Me Monday, we did give out 5 turkeys to folks that were there because we had got a donation. So we did give out 5 turkeys. They were very appreciative. Never know what may happen at Meet Me Monday. Mr. Mayor, I don't know if you were going to bring it up, but I wanted to circle back for a moment, and the manager can give us an update. We did get something from the league on the extraterritorial utility surcharges. I know you've been following that. Were you going to mention that, or because I didn't hear anything from the manager, and I know there's some requirements coming potentially with what's been happening. I don't think that the headaches really apply to us, but I want to make sure that we do follow whatever may be coming down the pipe. So I don't looking at you. I'm looking at the mayor. Y'all
No,
smiling.
because we working to get a better understanding of it because
Okay.
it doesn't really apply to Opa-locka. You know, you know what it means, but
No, we're okay. I don't think I'm concerned about is
yeah,
what's being proposed for future reporting
right.
and things of that nature. That's really my concern about, this annual report with the Public Service Commission, things like that. That's really my concern. I think we're okay with what we're doing with the funds. So I guess if
Yeah,
you
but
can
we're
give
gonna
us
set
an
up a meeting
update.
with the sponsor to get a update so that we can figure out how it affects Opa-locka,
Right,
and then we'll
right.
bring a report to the commission.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, it's probably more of a managerial
Right.
thing, but just in case going to Tallahassee in December, if you go, in case something comes up, so don't have any issues with that and be down at the county meeting. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Bass.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm gonna make this real fast. First, I just want to say thank you to my colleagues for entrusting the Veterans Day recognition to me. Um, it means a lot to me to be able to do that because, like you all know, some of you might know, my son served in the military for 10 years and he's out. And he surprised me on yesterday, and I actually cried, y'all, because I didn't know he was coming. And I also want to say thanks to the clerk's office, the manager's office, the police departments, parks and recs for helping to make that event a success. And I want to particularly say thank you to Jay Savoy Events for setting up all of that decorations for me for the city of Opa-locka free of charge. And I thank her for that. That's the Veterans Day event and also the chess and bingo. I'm sorry, dominoes. I was about to give up on that one, Commissioner Irvin, literally. But when I sat there and played with that youngster and he said to me, "This is making me think," that was enough for me to try a little longer because the Bible says one could chase. Then okay, so we're gonna go there. I will try to do my best to continue on with the chess because if it touched one is enough. When he said to me, "This is making me think," and he was literally thinking, so that meant a lot to me. And the night of Thanksgiving, um, Mr. Mayor came by and he had church. They were churching, but it was a good church, and I appreciate all of you for supporting all of the events that I was a part of for the last week. I think it was 4 events. It was a lot, but it's all done. And again, thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, and last but not least, Madam Manager, to your team. Well, first I want to say we want to pray for the 2 officers that we lost in Miami-Dade County. And we want to make sure, Madam Manager, that we are you know, keeping our officers in prayer and making sure they have the necessary training and are covered. So yeah, I just want to ensure that we're also doing that. And I know you're working with Chief. As things happen, I just don't. It's sad, but I'm happy that it didn't happen here. So it's a bittersweet moment, but we want to keep their families in prayer, But we also want to say that next week is our annual tree lighting, and we combined them this year, tree lighting and Thanksgiving turkey giveaway. It is going to be here, right in front of what is the municipal complex starting at 5:30. So we have turkeys, come out and get one and come hang out with the commission as we light our tree here at 5:30 on next week. Also, there will be no regularly scheduled commission meeting on November 26th. Regularly scheduled commission meeting. But please, commission, our manager has asked that we stay close to our phones because she has to have a special meeting that she needs us to do. And we know that we're having one Wednesday, then she's going to reach out to probably add another one so that we can close out our finances for next week. And that is it on my end. If all hearts and minds are clear.
Before you,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Mayor, before you close out, I just want to say again, I did tell her thank you. I just want to say thank you again for this nice carpet that we're rolling around on back here. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll say this last but not least. So today, the city of Opa-locka received a donation from the Opa-locka Airport. We participated in their annual turkey run, and the monies that they collected during that time, they donated it to the city of Opa-locka. Chief ran the whole mile, so shout out to Chief. And she had some officers that ran in full gear, and in full gear, a mile in full gear. So shout out to Chief. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for your yeah. I'm looking at you. Shout out to all of you that was supposed to come, Commissioner Irvin, but they couldn't make it. Commissioner,
10, it was
man,
over.
all said, "Oh, I'm ready. I'm gonna be walking. We're gonna be running," and didn't even show up. Don't feel bad. I did. Just showed up later. But we thank the Opa-locka Airport for that. They said they wanted to be a blessing to the city of Opa-locka, and they did just that. Once they will let you know when they give it to us. Other than that, our hearts and minds are clear. Our hearts and minds are clear. Can I get a vice versa?
No, I'm ready.
Oh,
I want the manager, the attorney, and all them to meet to get this stuff straight so we can have that meeting.
Okay. And so can I get a motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Urban. This meeting is adjourned.